What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell, and I have one by Arako TV. So this is the women's football team that gets destroyed by what? 12-year-old boys again? So actually, they're 13, but I think they could be 12. But regardless, 12 or 13. So let's get into it. So here we go.
Right, so we got some 17-year-old girls against some 12-year-old boys. The boys come through, gets blocked. Here comes the girl. She's big, she's strong, but she's got shit ball control. Here comes the boys, goes through. Can he get the shot? It's blocked. Keeper's out. Here comes that strong girl with a shit touch. Keeper's there. Here she is again. Shove in the back, definitely a foul. Still can't finish. Couldn't finish her dinner. Boys are through. Saved by the keeper. Couldn't finish either. Oh, it's a great pass.
Nice pass.
He's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can he finish? He's dragged it wide. Here come the boys again. Come through. It's a great shot. It's actually a great save. Here comes that strong girl again. She's sprinting down the line. Slightly stronger. Terrible shot.
Here you go.
Tackle from the boys. It's a great pass again. He's sprinting.
God.
Sure, he's going to finish this one. Yes, he has. Great finish. 1-0 to the boys. Here come the boys again. Girls intercept. Boys get it back. Plays it through. It's a good save by the keeper. Wow, this kid's already hit puberty for sure. Yeah. He's massive.
Wow.
12 years old. My God.
That's a big guy.
Free kick. Oh, that's a great goal. Those are coming through again. Oh, that's a great tackle. Little touch in the box. It's messy. Oh, couldn't finish though. This boy looks bigger, looks stronger.
Wow.
They're going to struggle with him. Here he comes again.
Wow.
Yeah, if he's on the pitch, they got a problem. He's way quicker, way stronger already. And again, here he comes. We're going to call this one Powerhouse. Bombing through the middle. Is he going to finish? Easily. He's taking the piss.
Yeah. 3-0. Wow.
Here come the girls again. It's a good ball. Can they finish? They're 3-0 down. Yeah, they're going to go back 3-1. Here come the boys again.
Oh, wow.
Is he going to finish? He took too long. He should have just tucked it in the corner. He's still got another chance. Nah. See, as the boys are 12 years old and the girls are 17, nearly adults, they tried to physically dominate the boys, but it didn't make much of a difference. Football's not just physical and decision making. In a couple of years, when all these lads have the physicality to go along with the skill, they'll be able to destroy pro women's football team like we've seen so many times in the past, which is why I'm demanding yet again pay for school professional women's football players.
Yeah, and you see the physicality. Not these 12, 13 haven't developed that. I mean, they had the two big guys on there, and yeah, these girls had a hard time. And yeah, there's just a difference between men and women's sports. And again, this is what you see. But oh no, we can do it. But let's hear. Here we go.
I think you can compare like anything between women's and men's football.
Do you ever feel second class to men in football?
It's always second class. I don't think you'll ever be first class. How people look at us and how people look at them is just not the same.
This is absolutely outstanding. No messing. Bonucci. Smash!
That's one of the best defenders of all time, Leonardo Bonucci, putting in a perfect tackle on an ex-female footballer. Not sure what her name is, but she had to go off injured after this tackle. They all want equal pay and to be treated the same. Yeah, everybody started crying after this one.
It's not that deep. It's a charity game. Come on, man. It's a charity game. You were going to make that distance quite easily.
And surely it would have been more patronising if he hadn't been trying at all. People are saying, oh, it's a charity game. It was a beautiful tackle. It was perfectly managed. He was trying to get the ball. If he'd have flown in there two-footed, all right, maybe I'd have said that was a bit harsh, but it was a perfectly clean tackle. And normally, if you'd have done that to a man, it wouldn't have hurt him.
I mean, people can say women's soccer is boring, but let's just take this case study of the U.S. women's national team versus the men's national team here. We fill stadiums. We sell jerseys. Kids are wearing pink head wrap. Now we have little girls wearing pink braids.
There's grading stations at Audi Field.
We want to grow the game, and we want to show our players that, hey, you are making an impact on these little girls. Besides seeing like Messi jerseys in the street, I don't know how our men's team is really influencing the growth of young players playing soccer.
The US women's football team at their peak lost to 15-year-old boys. So someone take those microphones away.
Do you think women footballers should be paid the same as men?
No, the quality gap's too big.
Not true. I think they can mix the leagues.
That's ridiculous. No woman defender is going to be able to stop Erling Haaland.
Okay, fair point. New idea. Elite players like the Haalands and the Bellinghams, they're too good for the women.
Correct.
But on lower levels, where the men are not so good, like say at Man United, the women can play against them.
You may actually have a point.
Yeah, like I get it. I'm not completely naive to the fact that men and women are different, but put a decent women's side up against Man United, Southampton, or Postecoglou's Highline.
Those guys are going to kill you, ladies. Jesus. Really? They're just a physical difference. Wow. I just love this delusion.
I see some women win.
Maybe if the men go for the European Super League thing,
then women can go up against whoever's left over.
Sounds great. AJ, do you think women's football teams can beat men's football teams?
Nope.
No.
Never.
Maybe Man United.
That's my point.
Now, to be fair, if it's Man United or Tottenham, my money might actually be on the women.
The bus was right here.
Going 2 rows over.
Yeah.
Don't you find that kind of weird? Low-key? Like, low-key, come on.
A little, but
Okay.
I'm
really turned off right now.
I'm just a fan, though.
I know. I appreciate that.
One, you put my name on it.
One.
Awesome.
I'll sign one.
Can I get you on that one?
Yeah.
Keep killing it this year. Appreciate that.
Whichever one. Apparently, this is a WNBA player, so I was surprised to see they actually have real fans. You should treat them a little bit better because there can't be many of them. I swear, the only likable player I've seen with actual real fans is that Caitlin Clark.
Really, Kelsey? Come on. I just voted for you. I just voted for you, and this is what you're doing? Come on.
And her bodyguard. Now, if you don't know who this girl is, she's called Caitlin Clark. She's the best player, but humble, which makes her likeable. Unlike her jealous rivals who hate her because they're nowhere near her level. And not many people like them, as a lot of them just seem to complain about.
Okay, well, here's the thing with the WNBA. It's an activist. It's a LGBTQ++. A lot of jealous females in that league. The ratings are really down the toilet unless Caitlin Clark plays, because I'll tell you this. Caitlin Clark plays, I'm watching the game. She doesn't play, I'm tuning back out. And this is why I watched the W. Why I got the subscription. Because of this woman right here. And I think majority of fans would agree with me. because they say the same thing. Caitlin Clark is out. I'm out.
About not getting enough money, even though their league and shirt sales make zero profit.
You want to play the best player in the country. Y'all said it's the player of the year, so I want all the smoke.
Who's the best player in the country?
To the media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
Okay. Who's the second best player?
Shit. Caitlin Clark or Leah Boston. Top. Those top.
Shut up, bitch. Angel Reese thinks we're gonna watch her, but in the Unrivaled League, we didn't even waste time watching her. We're like, oh, she won? Cool. We don't even care. But when Caitlin Clark's in there, yeah, and then Angel Reese gets all pissed off, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So yeah.
Why did Brittany Griner leave it? Clark has been getting bullied by other players lately. Caitlin was elbowed in the throat by Brittany Griner on the court, and it looked intentional. And it's not just a one-time thing. Whether it's getting hit in the face or being physically targeted, these incidents are taking a toll on her both physically and mentally. People are popular player in the WNBA. Clark is at the top in both marketability and fan following. Her number 22 jersey is the league's best seller, even outselling LeBron James. The average ticket price for Fever home games has skyrocketed to $287. Merchandise sales have tripled this year, and for every 6 WNBA tickets sold, 1 is for Clark's games. That's
and I actually have 2 Caitlin Clark jerseys that I spent $130. I spent $260 for her jerseys. I even have her cards. And Caitlin Clark, that's the reason I watched the W. Other than that, I don't really care about too much watching the W. And on my other channel, I have the streams running. But when Caitlin Clark, I get on the stream because I'm going to be in. So, yeah.
some serious star power. No one else can come close to her level of influence. Her massive success has stirred up jealousy among other players who realize they'll never be able to catch up to her. So some resort to cheap shots. With all this malicious targeting and envy, Clark's life in the league hasn't been as smooth and happy as you'd expect.
You said you didn't remember what you said during that viral moment after you fouled out against the Indiana Fever. A lot of people believe what you said was effing white girl or effing white girls. Is it possible that's what you said?
No, would never say that. Like, there's no place for that in our league. Wouldn't say that.
So even though you can't remember, you know that was not what you said.
I know it wasn't that because I wouldn't use that type of language.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just remember the US swapped this donor who was arrested in Russia for having cannabis oil for a prisoner called the Merchant of Death. It's got to be the worst trade of all time.
Respectfully, Brittany Griner was in a Russian prison. You would think that somebody who is now free back in America would not have too much to complain about. Remembering who they let out to get her back.
The
on
Merchant
American
of
soil.
Death.
The Merchant of Death.
Yep. The Merchant of Death, Victor Bout. And he was featured in that movie Lord of War with Nicolas Cage. But he's back in Russia, and we traded for her for this. And this is what we get. Brittany Griner. Wow, that was a fair trade. Wow.
An arms dealer that wanted to kill American citizens, according to the reports. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, now I've taken hits because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine. That was doing their thing on the WNBA level.
Yeah, and also, before she ever came along, people weren't watching that league. The other players should be thanking her for putting more eyes on them, instead of being resentful and making themselves even more unlikable.
Yeah, same thing. Caitlin Clark. This is why we watch the W. That's who I talk about. And then, of course, earlier I did a video about Jewel Lloyd's mother, and I voted for Jewel Lloyd along with Caitlin Clark, and I even voted for Kelsey Plum till she, it's like, oh God, I should have like changed my vote, but I already submitted it. I can start another one, but yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. Women, men's sports. That's why there's a men's sports. There's a women's sports. And equal pay. Now, I'm not going to get into the United States women's soccer. Oh my goodness, that was just a disaster during the last World Cup. So yeah, but shout out to Arako TV, man. Yep, I enjoyed actually watching this video, reacting to this. So shout out to Arako TV. All right, so if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you in my next video.